Welcome to the Ghost Heads Nerd Talk Podcast. Interviews and conversations about nerd culture from all around the world. Now here are your three Ghostbuster hosts, Joe, Rain, and Belle. Enjoy the show.
Hey, all you cool busters and bustettes. I'm Ghostbuster Joe, and
I'm Rain. And I'm Valerie.
welcome to episode 84. Man, 84 episodes. Wow, so much fun.
84 is such a cool number, by the way.
No, the year Ghostbusters came out, and man. So first and foremost, ladies, so how you doing? How's everything? How's it going?
Busy, good, but busy.
So man, new intro. Awesome start to this fun adventure with the glasses, the trio, the three glasses amigos.
And now we got Val official on the show. Now, I mean, we were official already, but now you have a real intro for you.
So, how do you feel now that you're actually in the intro? Do you like? Is it still clicking that you actually are part of like a nerd culture podcast?
Yes, it's still like really just like funny to think about sometimes. Where I'm like, I really just do a podcast, huh? just a fun little reminder throughout the week whenever I see like Ghost Head Nerd Talk stuff come up on Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, I do that.
Right.
That's me.
But yeah,
my mom goes, surrounded by girls, Joe, right? Man, those are women. Those are my nerd queens. I said it at work today. I said I'm the king of the nerds, and I have my two. Why have one queen? I got two. One of my friends was like, Joe, two girls, you're gonna be like, one gets mad, hits you with the paper, the other one's gonna be like,
Our show's Polly.
Love everybody here. Here we go. Hey, today we're here to talk about random funny topics. So today, I know you guys aren't wrestling fans, but like as a wrestler from the 90s and 80s that passed away, Sid Vicious. He passed away at age 63 years old. So sad. So sad. I know that's not nerd culture, but the topics. He's a topic for the.
It's hard to be a wrestling nerd. Nerd doesn't necessarily mean sci-fi.
Yeah.
I mean, there's football nerds. I mean,
I got in a conversation with somebody in the break room. Like, there's a nerds for everything these days, and I'm like,
yeah. It just means you're a really big fan of whatever it is that you like. So, I mean, fantasy football is just D&D for jocks. I mean, it's
oh man, somewhere there's a jock that said lies.
I know, right? I mean, it is though. It's role playing,
Oh, wait, I got this. Hold on. All right.
Yeah,
hold on. I have no idea.
Somewhere,
I think I got the fantasy football thing down, huh?
Right.
I can see it. The guy from Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah. Damn it. That's me.
I'm going to be honest, on my end, you kind of cut out on that. So I was like, yeah, smile and nod.
Yeah. The guy from Revenge of the Nerds somewhere just had a heart attack just watching us say, he's a nerd. And he's going, oh no. And then the camera cuts out on him.
My brother actually met that guy long ago. The guy who plays Ogre. He said he was really nice. He saw him in a grocery store and he was like, Ogre, and he was like, yeah. And then he was super cool and really nice guy. So
yeah. So my first topic today is because we love pizza. Like, I grew up in New York. Pizza, like, every corner there's the freaking different pizza boy, Joey's and Sammy's and the famous like Joey's, and then Joey's 1, Joey's /2, Joey's 15. So like for me as a New Yorker, my favorite kind of pizza that I think that I would definitely see myself if I'm like tired or after having a bunch of beers with my friends, I'd grab a pepperoni slice of pizza immediately. Greasy. The greasier, the better. So my stomach's not like blowing up by the end of the night when I get home. So,
Well, the question was, what's a pizza topping that most people hate that you secretly love?
oh, ham. Ham and pineapple.
Mm.
So Hawaiian, yeah,
Yeah,
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian pizza, yeah.
For me, I mean, I don't know. My kids and I, we always get pepperoni and pineapple. I mean, we like pineapple. I've always had it. I never had a problem with it. I know some people hate it to death, but it's not fucking anchovies.
Yeah. That's true.
But no, why can't you have sweet and spicy? You know, I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
so though it took my partner a while for them to like it. So, but now they're fine with it. But that's the only thing my kids want is just pepperoni and pineapple. I tried putting like bacon or sausage or adding different stuff, even just like a barbecue chicken pizza. Nope, pepperoni and pineapple. That's all I want.
Oh, messy though,
Nice.
barbecue. Right? It's messy.
So there's one weird pizza that I got one time because I work at I used to work at a pizza buffet for a year and a half, and there's this one guy that came in and he got this really weird pizza, right? These two things mixed together, and it looks absolutely horrendous. It looks horrifying, but I tried it and it was so freaking good, and I ended up like ordering them for myself to take home later on, and it's horrible to think about, and you guys are probably gonna like, ugh. I'm so sorry for anybody watching too. It is it's a mac and cheese pizza mixed with the barbecue pizza.
Ooh, that actually sounds good.
Oh, okay. Because most people would be like, "What the hell?" And like even the cooks, like they hated making it. But it's pasta noodles. It's pasta noodles too. You know, with the mac and cheese and stuff, and then like this barbecue, like with like pork and stuff in it.
Huh.
And like it's like
Oh,
all
that
mixed
sounds good.
together in one, but it was so freaking good, and I loved it. And I haven't had one in so long, and like now my mouth is watering.
Watching this on their big phone and going, dude, you want to order a pizza, man?
I mean, one time I ran out of salt and pepper for my mac and cheese. I used Taco Bell hot sauce, and it was really good.
That stuff is really good afterwards. Like you could put it on
was-
anything else.
It
and
was a
make-
good amount of spicy. It was fire sauce, but yeah, it was good. I don't know. Maybe it was because I was really high. I mean,
I was about to say that pizza. He must have just smoked a big bowl, like because
right?
mac and cheese on a pizza. You go to Brooklyn and say that you'll be ejected by like what's his name from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like what's his name? Whoop, like Jazz. You'll be thrown out by your pants, like. Every time references Fresh Prince, Joe, you know you gotta stop doing that. Like every time, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Sorry, Slimer, I really am sorry.
I was gonna say it reminds me of a Half Baked when he's like, "Yeah, give me some Funyuns and some like peanut butter ice cream," and he's naming all this stuff off.
We gotta
Or,
start.
my mom would call it a Scooby Doo pizza if you put lots of different weird stuff on it. She's so a Scooby Doo pizza, and I was like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Ooh, one that I kind of got not a really good vibe when I was living on Long Island. This one pizza place would have like all the different types on the tray, you know, and they had onion, just a cut piece cooked with onion, and the onions did not look sautéed. Like there's a guy that's my chef in Belle Reve, my job. He sautés the onions on everything, burgers and the pizza. He'll make saute the onion. These are just raw looking onions, and he just had them right next to pizzas. They weren't even. He just had them there. So when the person wanted a slice, you just toss them in the oven. I'm just like, so you're telling me, like the guy in the meme with the number math over said, so you're telling me that there's raw onions right next to all these regular slices. So the smell of all the onions are in that glass display with all the other slices.
Oh, okay. I was like, I eat an Alfredo pizza with onion on it, But
Yeah.
red onion is good with the barbecue chicken pizza,
Yeah.
but yeah,
White
raw
onion.
onion next to slices that are just yeah, that is kind of weird.
Oh no,
Oh
never
my
mind. The barbecue chicken does come with raw onion.
Yeah. I mean,
I
but
remember
it's red
that.
onion. Yeah.
Oh, red onion. I'm sorry,
you-
not raw onion.
Yeah. But usually, like an Alfredo pizza that I get usually has like yellow onion on it.
I think another one that's very.
Raw onion.
You know, another one that a lot of people give the good old kick to the mommy daddy button to. That's not a very one. Everybody doesn't like it. I know people that make fun of it. Mushroom. They give mushroom a lot of flack.
Really?
Yeah, I know a lot of people. You want mushroom? You're like, oh, are you fancy? I'm like, mushroom.
I like mushroom or black olive. I mean, they're good. I mean, there's supreme pizza, and usually when there's a party, people would just get a supreme. So before, when I was a kid, I used to hate that shit, and then I just got kind of used to it as I got older. It's like, well, fuck it, I'm hungry. So, but I don't know if you used to be there and pick it off.
Yeah.
So I actually have never tried mushrooms up until like a few weeks ago. I tried
Oh, wow.
mushrooms for
Magic
the
mushrooms?
very first time in my life. I have
Magic
somehow. No, I wish.
They come out here; they're all over the place.
Oh,
Other ones too.
anyway, I'm booking my plane ticket out there right now. There we go.
No, seriously, they decriminalized it, and there are some places that you can go and actually get. It's grounded up in a capsule, and yeah, it's
Rad.
everyone I know who like smokes has a mushroom hookup. So I'm like, it was so hard to get when I lived in Cali, and then out here it's just like, yeah, it's no big deal. But we are in like foresty areas, so I could see it's more pavilion out here.
You hear
Yeah.
the door get kicked in on Rain's like this room right there, and they're like, get on the ground.
Dang it, search me, I got them. That's why I keep it at my Polly's house. So
It just if you see Rain's face like do this Val in the middle of the stream. And it's just like we were watching your stream. You were? Thanks. And I'm like, no, you weren't. You liars.
Get
There's
swatted.
only you liars. You guys are watching our stream. Hey, and anybody watching this on Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch, I hope you are, because we need a lot. We need to get a lot of love on Twitch. YouTube always gets love. Facebook gets some love. But come on. If you know somebody that watches another stream and that stream's ending, send your people raid. I've never been raided on my own channel. Raid our channel, have your fans come in the chat. I would love that. I've never been raided before.
I was like, you don't want to be rated, but I was like, oh, okay, on the channel. I was like,
We're talking about Twitch raids.
yeah,
Not the other kind of raid that's about to happen to you. I'm kidding.
like police raid.
If you just see her do this, get on the ground. Oh my god, guys.
Open up! I mean, that's the only door in my room. So, man, yeah, you see it burst open, and you know what's happening,
We're just like, and we're live. Hey guys,
right?
shut up.
So you want to like join the podcast?
Well, then that's when they walk
or-
up, and then you go, "Hey, what kind of pizza do you like?"
Hey, sir, why, I think me and Val would feel heartbroken because you're like that. You're like our friend. We'd be like, no.
I don't know if I would cry, but I'd be very
I
upset.
would. I'd be
I
disappointed.
mean, in 2003, I was felony arrested for growing marijuana. So,
Oh,
and
that's
so
the year I
not
was born.
convicted. Not convicted, but yeah. Oh God, really?
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, I spent the night in jail 2 days. But yeah, felony conviction. I mean, felony arrest, not convicted.
Okay, rad.
Yeah.
You know another
long
one that
story.
everybody does. I know people that like it when I lived in Long Island, and it was like a twofer. So when you get your pizza, everybody's like, "Oh, it's pizza! It's pizza!" No, it was a salad pizza. So it was just the cooked dough. Yes, the Rain exactly is the cooked pizza dough with nothing on it, but lettuce and tomatoes. Maybe an onion if you want to get the salad like that with the vinaigrette, the brown dressing that's like the salad
Oh, a
dressing.
veggie pizza?
Yeah, veggie pizza. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You know,
Don't know.
usually there's cheese and tomato sauce and
No,
like
none of that.
veggies.
None of that at all. No.
What's
It's
so
insane.
weird? Because like we had certain pizzas like we had a veggie pizza, but it was we had two different kinds. One of them though that was always gotten was it was like zesty sauce with like bruschetta tomatoes, onions, green peppers, and mushrooms. And then we also had an Olay pizza that was it was like a hot sauce mixed with marinara sauce, and there was lettuce, cheese on top, like shredded cheese. But like the thing is though that they would put the sauce on the pizza and then just like put it in like that, and then they top it with like lettuce and like some shredded cheese on top and like some hot sauce. But that's weird though, a salad pizza like that.
Yeah, it sounds like a Caesar salad.
Because I've had friends that actually got it. Then I'm like, someone
was it delivery or DiGiorno?
It was like, and I know people that would get it, and then like the guy's like, "Do you just want?" And like literally, the person's like, "Do you just want it like this, and do you want me to stick it in the oven?" And I'm just like the dog staring at the answer machine. I'm just like,
so one pie, nothing good on it. Okay.
yeah, I looked. I'm the cool one. They're like, Joe wants his buffalo chicken and his pepperoni slice, greasy Joe, right? And then his friends like the group like, I'll take a salad pizza. I'm like,
is that when the New Yorker comes out? Get out of here!
I'm gonna censor myself for Reigns franchise. Get out of here! Or is my dad who come? My elevator down the Panther family has elevators in their house.
This pizza talk is giving me PTSD from like my job. Like I'm just thinking about how every single thing was made, and then like having to like order all like the different sauces, like the buffalo chicken sauce. We had to order that from like corporate, and then certain like other sauces. And I'm just like remembering all of that, and then I'm remembering like the tickets that I had to write. And then you said buffalo chicken, and what's funny is that a buffalo chicken pizza. Like one time I was like. I was on cut that morning. It was a Sunday morning. I was on cut. It was that after church rush. Like it was crazy. There were pizzas flying out of the oven, and I went and I got the pan right, and I slid it like on the bottom oven to get a personal buffalo chicken pizza out. And whenever I brought the pan up to the cut table, it hit the corner, and the little personal pizza, I believe, is like 7 inches long, no 9 inches. It went and got on my hand.
Ow!
And a week later, I had to quit.
Yeah.
I was crying. It hurt so bad that I had to like go to the emergency room and then had to go to another hospital the next day because the burns were like really bad. It was insane, dude.
Second or third degree burns? Or?
Second. It was like you can't tell unless like it gets cold. So like earlier today, I was at my job and it was freezing in there, right? And my like. Normally my hand looks very normal, right? Until it gets cold, then my hand just starts turning like red and purple, like right where the burns were. I'm like,
really?
Well, that doesn't look good.
It's a sign.
No.
No.
I used to deliver for a local. It was a mom and pop pizza joint when I was younger. We had a Starbucks that was right next to a pizza place, and so I worked at the Starbucks, and then I worked at the pizza place at night. I would go back and forth in between shifts. But then I also worked at Costco for like a good about 4 or 5 months. Which one thing, if you didn't know anything about Costco, despite having tons of experience and all that, the first job they put everybody on is either you work at the front of boxing the groceries, or you work in the food court, or you're at the gas station. So they're like, yeah, you have a ton of experience and all this other stuff. We're going to go make you work pizzas. Gee, thanks. So we did pizzas, hot dogs, all that. God, I hated that fucking job.
Oh.
I fucking hated that job. Yeah, that was like 2016. Yeah, 2016. Yeah, it was absolutely horrid. And I tried to get out into a different part of, I was actually just trying to get into like TVs or something. I was like, because this is in Arizona, so I don't know how it is out here, but if you see someone with a red cap on at a Costco, that usually means that they're either food service, they're either working at the front counter in the front, the food court, or they're in the back cutting the meat or making prep or whatever. And people treat the people with the red caps like shit.
I know.
Then if you have a red vest on, then you get the more respect, So which is why I wanted to get out of it. I got tired of old people like bitching at me all the time and feeling entitled because they pay for it. You know, they pay for a membership. They feel entitled to whatever. So it was really annoying. I hated it. But when I tried to get into TVs and I did the interview, they're like, no, you're great. You have tons of experience. Yeah, we really love you. But instead they gave it to the forklift guy in the back because he was been there for 20 years and he just wanted a different job. Not because he was qualified. He had zero experience and zero anything with anything, but because he's been there longer, he gets first pick. And that's how it is for everywhere. And I was like, fuck you, I'm out.
You sang that.
Dude,
Hey,
man.
what's going on, fan? Welcome.
Tracy Jackson.
Tracy's here. She's the one that drew me. Did the pop, made my
Thought
pop.
so.
Have you
Joe's
seen
biggest fan.
Right?
She's talked about making you two as drawing you two, so it's gonna
Aw.
happen.
Oh.
She makes pops.
Just
so
get that good
girl-
side.
Yeah. It's yeah, wait, which side?
She starts laughing. She's laughing about it.
Tracy, you missed the new intro. We have the new intro now.
I would play it again, but that'll be hilarious double playing of an intro. Just
She can watch the show
fast
every
forward a little bit. Go back to the beginning of the episode, watch the intro, and then come back to where we are now.
Right. Or it's posted on our Instagram now.
Yeah, I know.
Rad.
Fans, I apologize for being so ignorant. Ignorant. Being so ignorant.
So in our other set of questions we had, it was what is the weirdest movie that you have ever seen?
Oh, hang on. Let me think about this for a moment.
I can go first.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Go while I
Okay.
think.
So weirdest movie I saw when I was younger, it's I think it was called Invaders from Mars. There were like these short, like gray alien kind of guys, but they were funny and but they were trying to invade, but they kept screwing up and yeah, any genre, it doesn't matter. It's just what is the weirdest movie that you've ever seen. But I remember it was kind of like Halloween time or something. I don't remember much of it, but I remember being a kind of a cult classic. But yeah, it was I think it was or Spaced Invaders, maybe I think it was called. But yeah, there were these like gray alien guys that were trying to attack Earth, but they screwed up, and every time that they try to do something, they keep messing up. So, but it was a live action movie. But I remember watching it when I was a kid. But yeah, it was that I remember that being a kind of a weird movie.
Ah, shoot.
You know what movie kind of like I just watched it again, and I know people would say, "Oh, it's not that bad." I went back and watched that movie Idiocracy again, and
That's not weird. That's a
it's weird
documentary.
because- no, it's weird because I you know why I say it's weird, because I watched it when I worked at Walmart, and for me it felt like it was my life, but put into a real life situation on how the Walmart customers are. Like
Human Centipede.
God.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't seen them. I've only seen clips of it, and I cannot bring myself to watch it.
Nope. I've seen it made fun of enough on Family Guy and everything else. I don't. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not missing anything.
oh god, yeah, or on South
South Park. Yeah.
yeah, it's my sister. How did I forget? My sister be watching South Park, and there's the thing. I'm like, oh, there it is. Like awkward.
Oh no!
There's
I don't think
another.
I'll ever be able to bring myself to watch that movie ever.
There's a movie that they always show on Comedy Central. They showed it for like back in the day. It was like these guys got on this like forbidden island, and there was like a girl with like blonde hair that was helping them. It was like, I can't think of the name of the movie, but it was like weird. It was like it would showed up at like the mid 2000s. I never saw it again, but it was on Comedy Central, so it was a real movie. I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah. Reminds me of Land of the Lost. I mean, I remember watching the show when I was a kid, and then when the Will Ferrell version came out, I actually really liked it, but there were quite a few people like, I didn't get it. And they're like, well, I mean, kind of have to know the show a bit to kind of understand it, but they were trying to like make it relevant without if you didn't know the show, but I thought it was pretty funny.
It was a good show for its time, a movie for its time. Like people, and Will Ferrell for its time, he was kind of the it guy. If you think,
Well,
about
also had Danny McBride in it, and then was it Leonard Nimoy did a voice in it too, and he was one of the sleaze stack in there. So yeah, had Leonard Nimoy in it. Gosh, any other weird?
Trying to think
Nothing.
of you know a movie that I found weird. I talked about it on another episode. Heavy Metal. I found that weird.
I've not seen that.
Mm-mm.
It's like the anime, right? Or not
Yeah.
anime, but it's animated.
Yeah.
But
Even though
I
South
haven't
Park
seen
kind of
that.
mocked that movie too. They
Yeah.
kind of made Kenny smell cat pee, and he saw the big blonde with the big boobs.
Oh, that was the cat pee thing. Okay.
Yes, that's why they
I
got
caught
that
it the other day. I
idea.
was like, what the fuck are they talking about? I just had to be walking from my room into the living room. It was just on. Nobody was watching it. And I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Cat pee?
It's funny, if you didn't live so far away, Rain, I'd let you borrow the movie. Like, here, watch my movie. Please don't scratch it. I think of the Peavy voice from that movie with the puberties. Please don't scratch my movie.
I was like, the puberties.
Oh my god! From last week, I said, "Oh, that's not that's a puberty monster." I was watching that.
Oh yeah, I saw the clip. Yeah, from because it was for Jubilee. Yeah.
I apologize to all teenagers that are trying to be fans of us. Don't hate me, please don't cancel me. I've already been canceled once. I don't know what's gonna happen this time. The red glasses fade every time I say cancel. No, come back. No.
The other weird movies. There's a lot of weird movies but one person's weird is subjective, I guess you could say. So,
You know,
Yeah.
there was a
one
Weird Al
movie-
Yankovic movie that I found really weird that came out like back in the 90s.
I mean, I was actually fortunate enough to see Clockwork Orange in the theater. It was really high, and I never saw it before. And after that, I was like, "This is a weird fucking movie." And I mean, I don't get the like behind it because the main character is just killing and hurting people and raping women. And I'm like, why is this any good? But a lot of people like it. But I thought that was a weird movie. If you haven't seen it, it's like, Jesus, that is a weird movie. But so was 2001. And then my son is really interested. He likes HAL, the computer. But he never saw it before. So I showed it to him and he was like, this movie's really boring. And I was like, yeah, that's the way it is. And I was like, and that's kind of makes, and then it goes in this different direction at the end. And it's like, okay. And it feels like it's just a bit too long with that shit at the end. So,
yeah. So, Val, you got anything for us? Because I see you're
Not really, because like I'm
Really?
gonna be honest, I'm really oddly picky about the movies I watch.
That's
Like
good.
I don't know. Like I know like some people they just like put on movies just to have something on or just to watch something new. Usually, like I'm very like I'm almost like strategic about how I go about watching my movies. And I'm like, okay, I hear this one's good. I hear that has like good cinematography, and like this director is like also very known for like these other movies that also were great. Now let me get other people's opinions on these movies. Okay, now that I've got people's like when trust their opinions, now they got their opinions. Now like let me look at the reviews. Now let me look at this. Now I will watch the
bad
movie.
research.
As pretty much I would jokingly say they care about everything every other person says. Well, that's YouTubers do the same thing.
No, if I were to say something though, like a really like stupid movie that I watched like because like I was just kind of forced to, I'd say Alvin and the Chipmunks. The Road Chip specifically. Such a weird movie. Because there are
Now,
parts
have
where
you seen the 80s movie that came out there with the balloons?
Huh?
Ah, you should watch that one. That one's really good. So I showed it to my kids, and I show lots of weird,
What's it called?
It's just Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. I think it's from '84 or '83, and but they go in a race around the world against the Chipettes, but they're in these hot air balloons, but yet Dave doesn't know about it, and Alvin had to lie to Dave to get them to do it, and but it turns out that it's a smuggling kind of thing. Like this lady's smuggling diamonds and jewels and stuff, and these dolls that they have to drop off as like proof that they were there. And so then they find it's good for its time. I actually remember seeing it in the theater, but yeah, I think it's just Alvin and Chipmunks the movie, but it's from the 80s. Look it up.
I wrote it down. See, I still remember watching that road trip movie, and I was just like really thrown off because like even as a child watching that, because I was like there were parts where like they were in New Orleans or something, and then they were like drinking alcohol, but then they started singing this song that said like put some liquor in it, except they didn't want to say liquor, so they said put some water in it, and I was like, but the characters are like literally like here drinking and like talking about moonshine. But they can't say liquor. And then at like later on in the movie, Theodore gets hit by a car and it's like really dramatic. And I'm like just there cracking up as a kid because I'm like, what the hell, dude? It's so stupid.
You know, a movie I kind of found really weird. I really found like Anaconda. That movie was so weird. Like the giant snake.
Yeah. It's because there were no snakes in a motherfucking plane.
Yeah. And that movie too.
That was another weird movie, yeah. It's like anything with Sam Jackson in it.
When you said weird, immediately I wrote in the chat when we were talking about it. I was like, yeah, Wild Thing's true. Yeah, weird because it wasted my life. I can't get that time back.
You mean like Where the Wild Things Are? There was a second.
No, like Wild Things, like a sequel. They did it like but without Denise Richards, without Nev Campbell. Like
oh crap! Okay, yeah, no, I don't even think I've seen the first one.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of picky with. But I partied a lot when that happened, when that shit came out. So I didn't watch a lot of movie. I caught up on that kind of stuff.
I'm trying to think. Sorry, any of the Muppets movies? Those are weird.
No, those are fucking dope.
Some of them are weird. Some of them are weird.
I had the first Muppets on vinyl. I actually had their vinyl record, and I used to listen to it a lot when I was a kid. But I liked the Great Muppet Caper. I saw it.
You know another one that was weird? Scrooge. Bill Murray's Scrooge.
I like that one.
The one ghost that freaked me out was all the TV ghosts. He freaked me the hell out. I was like, what the hell?
It's a classic now. Before they never used to play it, but then they started playing it every Christmas time, and now it's just always on.
No, I will admit I didn't like that one as a kid.
No,
I don't know. No, I don't know what it was. I was just like, and this is like
my kids were afraid of the Grim Reaper. That was that.
I wasn't afraid of it.
TV ghost.
I just didn't like it. I don't know.
Huh.
Another one, Cool World.
That's a weird fucking movie. I agree.
That was weird. That writer was on acid when he
we threw that came on because my kids wanted to watch it. So and it would just happen to be playing on TV. And then I remember watching it as a kid, but not really. I just remember the main character, and then Brad Pitt was in it. And then I was like, oh, Gabriel Byrne was in it. And then
cartoon boobs.
Yeah, and then watching it, I was just like, what the fuck is this? It was like a nerdy, sexualized Roger Rabbit was what it felt like it was trying to be.
Yeah.
Because it was like shortly after Roger Rabbit came out. And I remember it was just like the huge thing was on like Hollywood. And so, yeah, it was just like, yeah, that is a real weird fucking movie.
Yeah.
And it has no real plot to it either. So it's just, yeah, there's a lot of shit that it just kind of.
Yeah, I'm looking at images and oh boy.
Yeah,
he's just wearing this little weird white outfit, kind of like a bikini, right?
Something like that. It's like
a Jessica Rabbit kind of like, but it's white. Yeah, and it's Kim Basinger, and I remember the thing was she was trying to become real, but yet Brad Pitt was in a car accident in the 40s, and he's like a soldier that returned from home, and then he got sucked into the world of the comic book world. There's no explanation or really why it happens. And then there's some scientist that goes, I can go into the world at any time and pull things out. So yeah, it's really, really just out there kind of plot. It's like, don't think too hard behind the science of making sense, but it's a really weird.
It was a weird movie. And I think there was a few of them that were like this, that no one really ever said anything about, that like you don't really get a chance. Like, I loved it. I personally loved the movie to death. I'll defend it forever. It was Roger Rabbit. Like, I loved that movie. That movie was my favorite movie.
I saw it in the theater when it came out. Yeah.
I used to get stupid and drink soda with my friends and do that whole scene with the Without that gun, I'll use that gun. I'll kick you in the wall. That doesn't rhyme, but this does. Ting, and then my friend will be like, oh, when they bounce away. Yeah, so
here's the-
hyperactive.
I've got my weird movie. Even though I haven't watched the whole thing, I would see my mom watch this a couple times throughout my childhood, and it weirded me the hell out. Just like the couple of scenes that I saw, right? And I never watched the whole movie because just those few little things I saw weirded me out too much. Howard the Duck.
Oh yeah,
That is a weird movie too. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I liked it when I was a kid. It was kind of, it felt like it was more geared towards kids, which is funny. It's a Lucas movie, so you would think it's good, but yeah. And I remember they were trying to bring the character back because they showed him at the end of I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Episode or at the end. But yeah,
Avengers
he was
Endgame.
actually a Marvel character. Yeah, he was actually a Marvel character. But that is a weird fucking movie. Yes, I agree.
Okay.
they need to bring it back. Like, where
But,
are they?
but there were parts of it I actually kind of liked. I mean, you haven't seen the whole thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, there's some good parts towards the end when he's fighting the main thing, and I don't know. I liked it. I watched it a lot when I was a kid. Though Leah Thompson was hot, so I mean, it was shortly after Back to the Future, so it was
And then looking at it now, I remember why I thought it was weird too. There were the scenes, of course, and then also his character design, his bulging eyes are just
yes. Well, they constantly reference sex and the girl having sex with him, and then he then leaves a job and works at a sex club, and so it's okay, this is really going out there.
You thought it was geared towards kids?
Well, it did kind of seem like that. My kids liked it, and then I watched it, and I watched it again. I was like, there's a lot of sexual references in here I don't remember when I was a kid.
You know what's one series that they never ever made a movie to, and I'm so glad they didn't? Duckman. Remember Duckman? It was on Spike TV.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Oh man, Rain, if you look this one up, you're gonna be like,
no, the name sounds familiar. I don't remember the show offhand.
it was like what you said, that duck character. It was very sexualized. It was on Spike TV. It was on I think it was on Comedy Central. Because I remember watching it, and I was just it came on about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock when Comedy Central started getting that South Park at the word shit every 15 minutes, dirty. It had those dirty jokes. They would show the women in the mirror, the window changing, and he's like, well, look at that thing. And then the thing curtain moves, and it's a big fat girl, and she's like, "What are you looking at?" And he's like, "Oh, damn it!" And then he would run.
Actually, that makes me think of another question. So, what TV show or movie you were like, "No, I don't want to lie. That looks stupid to me," but then you end up watching it and go, "It's actually not bad." There's quite a few for me, actually.
You know what it was?
When the first Family Guy came out, I was like, what the fuck is this with the baby and the dog? It's this is stupid as shit. And then I remember I was at a friend's house and I was high or something. And I was just like, okay, this is pretty funny.
you know what for me that was? American Dad.
It was American Dad?
Yes, I thought my dad loved it. I'm like, it's going to suck. It's going to last 5 months. It's lasted how many seasons? And it changed over from Fox to TBS. And they're still bringing out episodes.
Yeah.
Even though they have the running joke on TBS now, they're like, hey guys, remember when we were on Fox?
Yeah. Futurama does it a lot.
I actually watched the most recent episode on Hulu. They had a more recent episode.
Oh yeah,
Futurama. Right. This is really good. This is funny.
Yeah. The newer ones, they're not as great as the beginning ones. Even last season, I thought was a little bit better. But I mean, I'll still watch it though. It's still all-time favorite show. But
it's okay.
Val, anything that you've watched and been like, no, I don't want to watch it, but then you watch it and you're like, okay, it's actually pretty good.
I'm ashamed to say it.
Uh-oh.
Ghostbusters.
No!
We just lost our license. I've got to get my ID back. Oh my god!
Because my dad and I, when I was a kid, we were doing a Bill Murray-thon, and we're just watching Bill Murray's movies, and then it got to Ghostbusters, and I was like, I remember it wasn't a very strong I don't want to watch this, but I was just like, it's gonna be a cheesy 80s movie. Like, okay, I guess. Yeah, like whatever. Look at me now.
Jeez. Light suit, proton pack, running around with all your friends. Busting up.
That's like
That's cool.
cheesy.
That's a
80s
that's a
movie.
definite 180 from when you first watched it. Huh?
Sitting there crying in your house.
God.
Did you know you could actually watch it on Peacock?
Ghostbusters?
I
It was
found
on,
out. Yeah, Ghostbusters 1 and 2
were
is on
like
Peacock.
IFC the other day back to back, so I had that on. I don't know. Whenever I see it on, or even if it Afterlife 2016, I just throw it on. I don't care, even if I'm not watching it. I'm like, it's Ghostbusters. It deserves my TV time.
Totally. Always. Please.
Uh-oh, what's the researcher looking up?
No. Sorry, I just something else that doesn't have to do with this. My bad. But sorry. Go on.
No. My rain. No.
Get out here.
It accidentally shares a room. Oh, she wants us to say no.
No. Wait.
And it's like, dude. Oh, so you're ordering a Domino's pizza? She's ordering Domino's. You see it in her glasses. Domino's pizza.
A veggie pizza.
Ordering a veggie pizza. Every Texas person you're gonna lose your Texas.
That's
card.
why I take mine off, because it's just too much glare.
Yeah, what's funny is that a lot of the times I'd freak out because like I'd be joking about like my friends would be like, "Hey Valerie, what are you looking up right now?" I'd be like, "Nothing." But I could see the reflection. I'm like, "No."
Just see a redheaded girl like this. Did you order a pizza with lettuce and tomatoes? Yes. No. But you're a loser. Boom, lettuce and tomatoes. What kind of crap even? My sister somewhere, if I told her I want pizza, a lettuce pizza, I'll go to Brooklyn. For some reason, I'll be like, yeah, can I get a lettuce pizza? They'll be like they'll show like a video of me. Ah! Angel's like, Sassy be like, you deserved it. There goes Joe.
Speaking of pizza, well, we could go back to the movie question, but I had to ask, Chicago or New York style? I know the right word.
I've never had a Chicago style pizza.
Really?
Never. I grew up in New York. What am I gonna do?
I used to work for 3Com US Robotics. I was a sales, well, not really a sales rep, but I would go to Best Buy, Office Max, Office Depot, and I would train their employees on all the products that we had. But I didn't do any actual sales. But they flew us out to Chicago for their main site, and then they took us to their famous place that was in Chicago for the pizza there, and it was really good. I like it. I like deep dish pizza. But New York is good too. I think there's a world for both. But I know some people are, New Yorkans are always just like, no, New York all the way, and Chicagoans are like Chicago all the way. I think you could have both.
Cat fight.
I know. It's just me.
He's like, me. Stop it.
I like that the crust is like, it's kind of like a pie, and it's funny because you call pizza a pie anyway, but it is more of a pie, and it's just it's thicker and there's more cheese on it, and you can get more topping versus it's more flat and spread out. So, but I mean, I like both because I love the fact that you can fold a New York style in half, and I throw some sauce in the middle or ranch or whatever you want to put, but there's room for both, I think.
You know what show I found really weird, going back to the shows, that no one really gives it the credit it deserves, because it's like a TV show that most kids would say, yeah, I love that show. Then their other friends are like, it's kind of boring. Pete and Pete.
Never seen it.
It's like it's a story about, here, we have Brooklyn pizza.
Only if there once. Okay. Was it good? As we wait 30 seconds for the answer.
They're thinking about. She's thinking about it. Come on. She's watching live. Most people are watching it later on. I'm getting these on my phone. Getting like YouTube Studio says. I'm like, who's talking? Who's reading? Who's writing this at 1 a.m? Who's drunk? Who's drunk watching the show live? Well, pre-record. Like. Just remember this, Rain. We started this show pre-recording everything.
That's right. Maybe once every couple of months. Yeah.
Yeah, we were, and then one day you messaged me, we should start going live, and then I'm
I
like,
was
I'll
like,
make
we
it.
should just do. I was like, we should just do weekly shows. I was like, that way, because we kept losing audience because it was so far in between. And you were doing weekly shows for dudes, and I was like, why can't we just do a weekly show?
That's why, dudes. That's aw,
Oh God, it's the eye.
Eyes back.
It's the
Are we
eye
moving
of
files
Sauron.
like that? Oh God, I can see your video. You're smiling into the camera, seeing if your camera's focused, and your dog keeps barking and jumping into the shot. And you're like,
You know,
no,
next time I make another video, I'm gonna use that clip.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, there was another show that I just thought of. It was on MTV. It was The Head.
The Head.
It was
I mean, I remember a
weird.
show called Herman's Head.
I
That was
remember Herman's Head also. Yeah,
it
Herman's
was
Head
on
was
Fox,
weird.
but it was like a live action version of Inside Out. I remember that.
Yeah, she said it was a large. She liked it. I
I
got
got
one.
a lot. Nice.
It sounded good because when I went to North Carolina
I
on
don't
my
think this
family
sounds good
trip,
right now.
it was party size. She says.
Oh, nice. Party songs.
By me, there's a pizza place in Matamoros, PA. When you say party size, these people have a size that will step on the party size, not even realize, and go, "Oh man, it's the monster size." So the pie is like the size of your table.
No shit. Like 20 inches or something?
Uh huh.
Rolling on 20s.
on 20 for this than the table. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Aw,
that
man.
is one thing we do like doing sometimes is we'll go to Costco to get a pizza. I mean, because their pizzas aren't that bad, and they're only $10, and they're 16 inches versus most larges are only 14. So you actually end up getting a little bit more, and it's cheap. So my kids like it when we go get Costco pizza.
And they're everything's good on the menu. There's a girl I watched on YouTube. She reviewed everything on the Costco menu.
Oh, really? Well,
Holy
it's actually regional. From working there, each state has different stuff. So because it's according to that region. So, like at the Costco I worked in Arizona, they actually offered sausage, and so you can get pepperoni or sausage or just cheese. At the Costco here, it's just pepperoni. That's all they have. So, but they won't offer sausage. So when we got there, we could get sausage. We don't do sausage. I'm like, oh. And then we also had a brisket. Brisket over in Arizona, but they don't have that here. It's just the hot dogs and whatever. But yeah, so
the girl got the hot dogs. She says the hot dogs were really good. They were tasty. I think she said they were Sabrett or Ballpark. I forgot the hot dog.
No, they're like it's their Kirkland ones that they use, but they're the longer ones. But yeah, it's their Kirkland style ones.
And the buns have
because Kirkland is Costco. That's their brand.
Yeah, there was like an Asian girl. She did a review of it, and she's like, "I'm very impressed. Very impressed." I was like, "I'm very impressed." She's like, "I'm very impressed." The table was full of food, and they're like, and the camera guy joking said, "You can eat all that?" And she's like, "Yeah." I turn the camera off. Like the camera.
The one thing that I think they have everywhere, it is pretty popular. It's a chicken bake. Chicken bakes are usually pretty popular.
What?
They actually make those. We would make them by hand. They're not like frozen or anything. So you have to actually. It's just the same pizza dough, but they put all the filling and all the stuff in, and then they pre-make them for the day. So there's only so many. But then that's how the one we did. But typically across, they said that they're all handmade.
Yeah. When I remember we went to Costco when I went to my sister's wife's house they had out east. They like, Randy, get something to eat because I know you're hungry. So I went to the pizza and I had to like hold the plate in my lap, and I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be greasy. And Melissa, you like greasy pizza? I'm like, I know, but I'm scared it's gonna leak all over my pants.
Yeah, Costco pizza is pretty greasy. Yeah, you can literally put napkins on it to soak it all up.
Yeah, I was like, I could see the red. Like I'm walking, I'm like thinking, this is gonna look like when I got my tattoo of Slimer on my thigh. It's gonna like bleeding through.
Bad. Hey Val, shut up. You talk too much.
Poor Val. That's it. I quit. Intro change.
No weird obscure movies. No pizza comments. No nothing.
Ooh, I'm trying to think.
I've never had Costco pizza.
Really? Oh, it's good. Yeah, I mean it's cheap. It's decent pizza.
They're
Bad.
strict on getting in now. They thoroughly check your card, see if it's real. I did it to my sister when we went out east. I was like, my sister's like, this is a real card. I'm like,
Funny thing though, if you're ever in California, you can actually walk into a Costco and buy alcohol because it's a California law that says you cannot put alcohol behind a paywall. So you have to be able to. You can walk into any Costco, don't have to have a membership, and you can buy alcohol in California. So, yeah, which I thought that was quite interesting.
Nice.
wait, no.
All right, so
Like,
here's
and I
another
can buy alcohol.
Just
just
buy
a
alcohol.
baby.
Just buy alcohol. It's okay. Alcohol is good for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here's another question. So you have been chosen to star as the newest main character for any TV show or movie. What movie or show would your character be on? What would be their name? And anything special or weird about them that brings to that show? Why would they be on the show?
So like recreating like a new character and show and everything, or
No. It's a current show. So like if you
Okay,
want to be on
okay.
Family Guy, you're a new main
Okay.
character on Family Guy. You know, like
Right.
you'd be like the newest daughter of the Griffins or something. So just off the top of my head,
Okay.
but just yeah.
Gotcha.
I always go first, so one of you two go first.
All right. I guess I would be. It's so bad. I think I would be. I'd be like the new student in the class on Big Bang Theory, but I'm not totally in the nerd realm like them. But hey, I'm a YouTuber, and Sheldon goes, "This doesn't mean you're a celebrity." Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. And then
No, it
Leonard
doesn't.
has to. You're not a celebrity. That means you're not a TV star.
Well, then you're gonna hear Joe.
New neighbor. He's like, in middle of my show. Joe, I'm watching your show. You think you're a TV star? Are you watching it on TV? Yeah, that means I'm a TV star. Leonard's like, Leonard, go to your corners. I can see Leonard Sheldon like staring at Leonard like he's
I
not
would
a
say
TV star.
they weren't so much nerds; they were more geeks because they were super sciencey. Because
Yeah.
I would say they were more geeky than kind of sciencey. I don't know, maybe.
And then Sheldon tells you, he's like, well, Fun with Flags has more viewers than you. And then
That's right. I didn't want to say that.
Dr. Sheldon Cooper and Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler presents Dr. Sheldon Cooper's Fun with Flags. Gosh dang.
There's a Puerto Rican flag on this. Boom.
You don't watch that show, do you?
Never seen it.
I watched it, and then after watching it again on TBS all the time, I was like, man, how did so many people actually watch this show? Stuff they did on it was kind of dumb.
I love this
So you
show.
would be a new main character on Big Bang Theory. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, there goes my
Any
answer,
show, any
so-
movie, you would be that. All right.
Well, let me rethink this, Joe.
Sorry. In a movie, I'll be like somebody in Jurassic Park because I love Jurassic.
Really? Why is he get eaten by a dinosaur?
I'd be hanging out with one of the guys that survived because I always fall and get hurt and I bounce back up or I'm like limping because
Oh.
anything I'm doing, I always manage to. At work, I'm walking and I'm like, oof, my knee, oof. I'm okay. Where I'm at work pouring coffee, I'm holding the hot pot and like, oof.
My first choice, I think it would be is I would want to be a pilot with Alex Rogan in Last Starfighter.
Mm.
As the newest recruited member from Earth. Because that just looks so cool leaving this fucking planet. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. And being a fighter pilot protecting, the world from the Kodan Armada.
Everybody in the chat, chime in. Say something. Say where would your favorite TV show would you be on? What kind of pizza you like? Let's go. Let's do it. Me.
So I think for me, personally, I'd like to be one of the Doctor's companions on Doctor Who.
Ooh,
I
that's a
think
good
that
one.
would be cool. Yeah, like travel space and time. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
That would be cool.
Who would pass up that opportunity? Actually, I think
Yeah.
a lot of people would because that sounds really scary. But I think it'd be also very fun.
Hmm.
If I had if it was a cartoon, I would be I would voice the new love interest for Dr. Zoidberg. Futurama.
Oh,
Just because I love Zoidberg.
Next tattoo for you?
Yeah, right. Why Zoidberg? Yeah.
Don't have it. Make him like this.
I don't know. I always use his my partner and I. It's from when he was in Roswell That Ends Well, and he was talking. He was captured by the military, and the president asks him, "Are you here to make war? If not, you surrender. If you're here to not, we surrender," or some shit like that. And he goes, "Are you coming on to me?" And then he says something else. He goes, "I'm not hearing a no." And I always use that line with my partner when I ask him something. I always ask him some question, and then they don't say anything. I'm like, "I'm not hearing a no." Sorry, personal reference. I guess. Not funny.
Oh, Rain, that's so cute. Look at that. Remember that girl I sent you on Instagram, Rain? We gotta lure
Which
her.
one? You sent like 500 a day.
This girl. She's like a nerd, and she's like, I'm trying to find a boyfriend, so I'm making all these videos, trying to lure a guy, and she makes sandwiches. So she's like, I want to see if anybody actually lure. And I wrote, "Hey, eligible." I wrote and on my own account, eligibility, eligible bachelor, and I do a nerd culture show.
Eligible.
I'm drowning. Yeah.
Reminds me of a house song, Sandwiches.
Eligible bachelor.
Eligible bachelor.
Anything else movie wise, TV show wise?
Ooh, let's see.
Doesn't have to be just one.
I'd like to join the crew of Stranger Things.
Mm.
With like,
okay, I'm actually really disappointed we all didn't choose being a Ghostbuster. I was like, why don't we not
I
be a
thought about
Ghostbuster?
that. That was my movie choice. But I was like, it's like
it is like the obvious choice.
Yeah, so I was trying to steer away from that.
We're Ghostbusters on, and we just go, beep, and we're all in our flight suits. There you go.
Maybe it's because we're Ghostbusters already. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
That movie was an interesting.
Wait, wasn't there like a remake on Netflix though? I thought there was like a remake on Netflix
of Sabrina,
the Chucky series. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's on. I think that's
yeah.
on. That's on Paramount. No, that's on Peacock.
No, I could have swore that they did a remake of it or a continuation from it was on Netflix or something. I can't remember.
I thought I saw it on Paramount or Peacock, and it's Chucky's. The voodoo Chucky has on himself that he put the voodoo on the doll is wearing off, and it's like a reversal. So he's getting old.
Oh,
and he's dying. Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. I was like,
but Tracy, would you be killed by Chucky, or would you be like his new love interest or something?
He would force her to draw him. Draw me like all those other dolls.
Is that when you hear the Titanic music come on?
Let me get my sketch pad. I don't want to die. I can see her like, guys, I'm sorry. You can go. Chucky, get in. Put your arm here. Yes. I don't want to die. Going, I don't want to die. Please don't kill me. And she runs out of the room. I just made a whole scene right there. Like she's just drawing.
Yeah.
We're like.
So thinking, I just remember what you said. Stranger Things. Stranger Things would be interesting. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that would be so cool.
I think.
What season? Oh boy.
Yeah, it's true. What season? Yeah, what season?
Would you be little young as a little girl?
They go through the years as the seasons, right? So season 1 was like what, 83, and then
83, and then October, November 84, and then July 86. No, wait, July 85, and then spring 86.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Would you be a love interest or just part of the gang?
I mean, I'd like to be part of the gang. Like I don't really know who I'd be like. I'd like to be part of the gang, like with the main kids.
Yes.
Or I don't know. There's that, and then there's also the older. There's there's the kids, and then there's the teenagers, and then there's like the older crew.
Joe, Eddie,
Eddie.
Oh God. Poor Eddie. Do you think
You know what? I don't want to like. Yeah, I don't know if you can see him up there. I've got like 3 different Eddie pops. So in the back, it's Eddie and Dustin on his trailer in the upside down, and then above him, that is the Target exclusive Eddie. I think he has his guitar, and then right next to him is D&D Eddie.
Ooh, nice.
And then
he actually came to our Comic-Con down here in Portland. Yeah.
And then this isn't the exact type, but this is the one I'm always playing. It's also a PC Rich Warlock.
Nice.
Yeah. I love this thing so much. But
I guess the Halloween episode, we all have to dress up in separate.
Shit! Now you gotta like go find him at a Comic-Con or something and have him sign it.
I've thought about that. I would like him to.
Yeah. No, I Billy West came to our Comic-Con last year, and I had him sign my Planet Express ship. I was like, all I need now is Katie Seagal and like Joe DiMaggio, and or if I could get the other cast too, it'd be great. But they don't typically seem like they tour a lot. So.
Okay, season 4.
Season 4. All right, there we go.
Season 4. I love that whole thing. Since like that first episode, I was in love. Like especially like that ending when Chrissy just like snapped, crackled, and popped. And I was like, whoa, this just got dark. I love it. You know?
Yeah. So I do like Maya Hawke's character.
Oh, she's great. I love her.
Yeah. I do like that she likes girls too. So.
Yeah. I like that whole like little arc that she had in season 3 with that, and like the whole like kind of like how they didn't like really show it. And I think that's like kind of cool because like it was the 80s, it was a different time, and I guess like she kind of felt like she had to be hidden with that, and so we didn't suspect anything. And I think that's like kind of how like she wanted it to be, like that people wouldn't suspect it. And then whenever Steve kind of fell for her, and then he tried confessing his feelings, and she's like, Steve, Tammy Thompson.
So Steve is cute as fuck though. But yeah.
I love Steve. We all love Steve.
Is it Joe Keery, right?
Joe Keery, yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Stranger Things cast. We would love to have you on our show. He's sitting like just staring at you guys.
Oh my God.
Do your shoulder thing again. Yes, more views.
So I've got a pretty direct connection to one of the Stranger Things cast.
Really?
Yeah. Here, I don't want to say it out loud, but I'll put it in the private chat.
When we're done, we're done on live. You could say it. So
well, then I'll just say it afterwards when we're live, and you guys, or after we're done being live, and you guys will never know.
The censored version.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Any other shows?
Ooh,
Movie?
Come
on,
you know, it's funny, the show that I really loved, but I thought it was odd. The Tracy Ullman show.
That was like a sketch comedy show. It'd be like saying you want to be the main character on Saturday Night Live.
I you know what's funny? I'm already in multiple different shows. I kind of live my life as a character. You think about it. My channel is the Joe Panther Variety Show, so it's kind of like my MVC. That's what I told people about my channel.
Yeah.
I have an indie version of NBC sitting here right now. I'm on YouTube when I have me in different pairs of glasses talking to people from all over the world, and also doing in nerd culture. So this is like my, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I sit with these awesome people all the time, every Monday, hanging out with my nerd queens, queen. So yeah, guys, don't forget to give us a nice follow on Twitch. Definitely follow us on Instagram under Ghosthead Nerd Talk Podcast. Look for our weekly posts and see when we are going to be live next. Make sure you check us out next Monday. 26th? It'll be next Monday, which is the 2nd.
Here's a cool suggestion for any of those who are watching. If you have some interesting topics you would like us to discuss, put it in the chat. And then we'll see if we can talk about it in the next show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to think.
Because we run out of
sure to-
ideas. We do. We
Yeah.
run out of ideas sometimes, and so we talk about pizza and food.
We can even talk about favorite places to get a beer. Like if we're from your area, that our area that we're in, because I know a few bars that I go to. Yeah.
Val goes to the bars all the time. So
Oh
she-
yeah, man, totally.
See, they all know Val. They're like they have to carry her out, with their friends.
Yeah,
There's her picture in the corner. Don't take checks from this woman.
and it's just
It's just
me,
Val-
like, just all.
It's like halfway glasses on, like just like
Hair all everywhere.
oh man, we just gotta get a screenshot of Val doing that, and it's just like
Right.
slow motion. You have to make it slow motion. That's her picture.
No, here's a picture of just her eye.
Like your hair. Like guys, like it's like look for a person. Oh, you know what? Oh man, I just thought it right before I go. I thought of another weird TV show that I used to watch and people used to make fun of me. Mad TV,
That one was weird.
right?
Yeah.
It was weird.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about Mad for You. I don't know. With Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt in it.
That was a weird show.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I remember, Mad for like Mad Magazine. Yeah, that was a weird show. Yeah.
Another one, Liquid Television, that was on MTV.
Well, one show that like I didn't like at the beginning was actually Eon Flux because it did come on, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I caught it from the first episode, and I was like, "Okay, now I understand it." And it's actually much cooler now. But that was when you didn't have DVR and ways to record it unless you were right there recording it live and you knew when it came on. But yeah, I just happened to be at a friend's house and we put it on just something to catch while we were probably getting high. and it was, it came on. I was like, oh, cool. First episode. I understand it now.
So, ladies, this is fun as always.
Yeah.
We got the pizza topic. We got our
Pizza
weird
topic.
TV shows. I had too much food. Hicking them up. So ladies, before we go, I guess I always say, Rain, where can they find you?
You can find me on this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram at Rain Vanek. It's RainVanHeckE, all one word. Give me a follow. I DJ, I 3D print, I make props, I do lots of different stuff. I roller derby. Yeah.
She's awesome. And this other queen here.
All right, you could go ahead and find me on literally any social media platform under the name Flashfia. That's all one word, and it's FLASHFIAA. Yeah, there's no mistaking me. Believe me.
Awesome.
Look for the hat.
And
Yeah.
you can find me under the name Ghostbuster Joe. Was formerly Ghostbuster Joe. Now it's Joe Panther the Third. Throw people off. You could also find us on Instagram under Ghost Head Nerd Talk Podcast. If everyone want to join us on here, please DM the page. We will love to have you on and talk. Get nerdy with us on Monday, because something to do on a Monday and you don't have to sit around watching Raw or SmackDown. So I am Ghostbuster Joe.
And I'm Rain.
And I'm Valerie.
And just remember, us ghost heads have a lot to talk about.